Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to learn a little bit of magic. Yep, that's right. We're going to learn how to give simple words a real superpower, the power to join our ideas together and make our English sound absolutely amazing. We're talking about joining words. So, let me ask you something. Do you want your sentences to be stronger, clearer, way more interesting? Of course you do. Well, get ready because I'm about to show you a simple trick that's going to totally change the way you write. Just look at this. Over on the left, we've got two simple sentences. The team played well and the team lost the match. They're okay, but kind of boring, right? Now look at the after side. Just by adding one tiny little word, but, we've connected them into one single powerful sentence. The team played well, but they lost the match. It just flows so much better, doesn't it? Okay, so let's get into it. What are these magical words? Well, you can call them joining words or linkers. Their fancy official name is conjunctions. But I think the best way to think of them is like magic glue that sticks your thoughts and ideas together. So here's a simple idea behind it all. A conjunction is just a word that joins other words or even whole sentences. For example, instead of saying, Kritika is a sister, Abhilasha is a sister, which is kind of clunky, we just use the joining word and to say, Kritika and Abhilasha are sisters. See how that works? It's shorter, smoother, and just sounds better. That's the magic in action. All right, let's open up our toolbox and look at our first set of tools. These are the simple connectors. Imagine you have two Lego blocks, and they're the exact same size. Well, these words are perfect for clicking those two equal ideas together. Now, the official name for these is coordinating conjunctions. The most important thing to remember is that they connect two ideas that are equally important. One isn't bigger or more important than the other. They're like two best friends in a story, both sharing the main role. And here are the most famous ones. You've definitely seen these guys everywhere. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. They're some of the most common, most useful words in the English language. I bet you use them all the time without even thinking about it. And this shows exactly how they work. In the before column, you've got two separate facts. Sushmita passed, that's a complete idea. Her sister failed, that's also a complete idea. Both are equally important to what's happening. The word but jumps right into the middle and connects these two opposite thoughts into one much more interesting sentence. Perfect. So we've seen how to connect two equal ideas. But what happens when the ideas aren't equal? This is where it gets really interesting. Sometimes in a sentence you have one main idea, that's the boss, and then you have another idea that's just there to give extra information. We'll call that one the worker. These are called subordinating conjunctions, and they have a very special job. They connect a supporting idea, our worker, to the main idea, the boss. Now, the worker idea is important, for sure, but it can't stand on its own as a full sentence. It needs the boss to make sense. And here are some of the most common boss-worker connectors. Words like because, if, since, and when are like little signals. As soon as you see one, you know it's introducing the worker part of the sentence, the part that gives a little extra detail. Let's check out this example. Before, we have Vishu passed the exam and he worked hard. Two separate thoughts. But how are they connected? Well, the main idea, the boss, is Vishu passed the exam. But why did he pass? The worker idea, because he worked hard, tells us the reason. It supports that main idea and makes the whole sentence make sense. Okay, let's get to our final set of tools. And these are really special. Why? Because they don't work alone. They're like a superhero duo, always showing up in pairs to get the job done. The official name is correlative conjunctions, but all you need to remember is that they're a team. You need to use both parts of the pair for the sentence to work correctly. It's like a tag team. One starts the move and the other one has to come in and finish it. And here are the most famous tag teams in English grammar. We have either or, which gives you a choice between two things. There's neither nor for when you want to say no to both options. We've got both and for joining two things together. And my personal favorite, not only but also, which is for when you want to add an extra awesome detail. Look how this flows. The first part of the pair, either, comes right before the first choice. Either you can study for the exam, then the second part of the team, or, pops up just before the second choice. Or you can watch the movie. They work together perfectly to set up the two options. Okay, here's a super important tip, so listen close. When you use both and, you're always talking about two people or two things, right? And two is plural. So that means your verb has to be plural too. You have to say are instead of is. Both Hannah and Tina are good friends. Got it? Awesome. And just like that, you've done it. You've unlocked a new writing superpower. You're not just writing boring, simple sentences anymore. You are now officially a sentence builder, someone who can connect ideas in all kinds of smart and powerful ways. And really, that's the main thing to take away from all this. You don't need to learn a bunch of big, difficult words to be a great writer. By just getting really good at using these simple joining words, you can build incredibly strong and interesting sentences. So here it is in one place, your new connector toolkit. You've got the simple connectors for joining two equal ideas, you've got the boss worker connectors from when one idea is the main one, and you've got the power pairs that always work as a team. 3 amazing types of tools to make your writing fantastic. So I'm going to leave you with one final question. You have the tools. You now have the superpower. The only thing left to ask is, what amazing ideas and powerful sentences are you going to connect today?